We are live.
There we are.
We are live. We are live.
We're here with it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, better late than never, but we had to just handle some business real quick. We here though.
We had to get some grabber.
A little bit of that grabber.
We gotta get some grabber.
Those who know me know I'm not big on the grabber, but you know I gotta make sure this man's taken care of. He ain't
The
from around
grabber
here, so I
man,
had to show him around real quick.
Yeah.
But we got the grabber. We're here. We live. We got our flanny cups filled up. We got a conversation to talk about. Welcome to Emano Talk. It's a beautiful motherfucking Sunday today.
It is,
For real
it
this
is.
time. Last time I said it was actually like rainy out and shit.
Word.
Right? But I was just like, we just gonna keep positive about it. But it's actually beautiful outside. And we got the boy K Charles in the building.
Yo.
What's good, bro?
We in a biddy, man. Shout
Right?
out everybody.
Coming from the heart of Miami, man. That boy came
Cheers.
straight out of the heart. Cheers to that with the Flanny cups, man. One day I'm hoping Flanagan sponsors me. That's some real South Florida shit. Yo, but how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, you feel me? Catching the vibes. Think everything right now, you know, it's a lot on the plate, it's a lot on the agenda. So, you know, I'm just, as I could say, I'm ready, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about this. And I want to apologize to my Twitter people. For some reason, Twitter has not been cooperating with me, but we still live everywhere else. We're on Twitch. We're on Mixer. We're
We
on
on
YouTube.
Twitch?
Yeah, we on Twitch, bro. We on Twitch. We talking to the
Ah!
gamers even, bro. I'm telling you. I'm about to actually go live on my IG so this way we could like treat the people to some shit. Because we got live on your IG. May as well go live on mine. So this way everybody really tuned on in real quick.
For real.
Yo, so here we are. We're connecting on the IG, man. Hey, but once again, it's a beautiful Sunday. I want to
It's a
welcome
beautiful
everybody
Sunday.
tuning on in right now. Now we're live on Instagram.
We live on the IG.
Yeah.
yo!
We're live on the Emano Talk IG. Let's see what kind of angle we could get with this
For
camera.
real.
Okay, something. Come on, give me
Something,
something,
right?
Case. Give me something, Case. Oh no, I'm gonna take this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
take
take
that.
this. It shows us somewhat. But anyway, we're live. I'm hype. I've been looking forward to actually meeting you for a while. The first time I really found out about you, I had heard you on a track with Prez, right? But I actually saw you live at Mayhem in Miami. Shout out J Rock.
Word.
Yeah, man, that's my
Hey,
boy.
man.
We went to high school together and everything. And yeah, you were on that show. But yeah, man, that was actually a pretty dope show, and it was a good way to like find out about your music. And it just feels like you've been like catching crazy momentum since I found out about you, or at least that like the momentum had already ignited. And you know, I just caught you at the right time because, bro, it's like I can't stop hearing about you, whether I followed you or not. Like, yo, this shit's wild, man. So let's start off with some quick news, man. It was like this week or last week that you announced that Rolling Loud announced that you're gonna be in Portugal for Rolling Loud this year.
Yeah, tutu bang. You know,
Yeah.
shout out all my Portuguese people, you feel me? Shout out RL, big shout outs to them. I got the news like probably like 2 days before it dropped. And then like when it actually dropped and I saw my name on the flyer, it was
Shit's
just like,
surreal.
that shit was crazy. It
Yo,
was
because it's
crazy.
like, all right, you were at the Bay already, right? Did you perform?
No, I was at Tunde was at the Bay.
Oh, Tunde was at the Bay. Okay.
I did LA.
You did LA,
And
there
then
we
my
go.
homie Space did New York.
Okay, all right. So see, y'all were already going around the country with
Yeah.
it, but it's like, yo, now you global, bro. And
Now
I know
we
Space Jam
international.
going out there too, right?
Mhm.
Yo, that's so lit, man. Like honestly, like I looked at the Miami date and I just felt like there was like a lot of quantity on there,
Yeah.
you know, and like I was like, all right, you know, like it's solid, but like, all right, I was whatever. But I saw the Portugal one drop and I was like, all right, this is really like what it's all about because
Exclusive.
they're bringing a few Miami people out there, man. That's real.
I feel like you know, like I said, big shout outs to Rolling Loud. I feel like, you know, they always rep for the city, you know, as far as when it comes to like choosing the specific artists to curate for like, you know, rep for the whole city, you know. So I'll say like even when they go to a whole different continent, they're just like their ability to have that radar for like artists that's like within our like local like range, you feel me? Their ability is just like to like skim through them and just like allow them to rise on these platforms is crazy.
Yeah,
So
to
I
create
can't-
that moment for themselves, and it's like
Mhm.
dope because, like you said, it's like even in a whole other like continent country, it's like, yo, the mission stayed the same, and I fuck with that because
Yeah.
like I like like Rolling Loud's been blowing up so big, and obviously with the growth, you always wonder like what's gonna happen to like that kind of brand, but they've really been like sticking to it, like because even on the Miami one, like yo, they're putting on Tafia on the lineup, like Sherelle's on the
Shout
lineup.
out Tafia.
Yo, big shout out Tafia. If you haven't heard Tafia yet, y'all gotta check in on that man because honestly, he's about to blow out of Miami.
Next up.
G shit, like that motherfucker really got something going for him, and I fuck with it.
Mhm.
But how do you feel like you're going to be the one to represent what Miami needs to show off out in Portugal. Like, how are you going to show people in Portugal, like, yo, like, if you ever come to Miami, this is what you could expect?
What the only thing I can do is give them my best, you know. I say that I won't say I have a lot of weight on my shoulder, but I have a lot of people, like, you know, I won't say counting on me, but they're relying on me to, like, showcase them, like, what we actually, like, the talent that we actually have, you know, because a lot of people in Miami, like, especially the artists, are very hungry, you feel me? And we don't have the same opportunity as a lot of other artists, you know, in different, like, states and even different countries, you know. We don't get that same likelihood of support. So when I do get on these stages, I always keep that in mind, just because it's like these opportunities are so slim, so I have to execute, and, you know, I have to represent, just because it'll shed light on other artists in my city, you know, that has talent and possess something of that caliber. And, you know, maybe if, you know, I snap and go hard and give them the performance of a lifetime, they'll be like, yo, what else artists they got in the city, you know? We could rock with them, and then ultimately it'll create a wave that'll benefit us all.
Yeah, I can fuck with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I feel like with, like, you know, South Florida in general, it's like so
Yeah.
sporadic. Like, when we get somebody to blow up, like, it feels like it's always like years spaced apart, and then it's like you look at like in Atlanta, and it's always like one after the other,
One
after
after
the other.
one.
Cali, one after the other. New York, one after the other. Like, it's like
Definitely.
it's like lined up. It's like a strategy almost. You know,
Mhm.
like, hey, like, we got this going on. Like, that's something I've been fucking with, like, looking toward like your direction. Like, because I obviously met Tunde. We had Tunde on the show. Shout out Tunde
Shout out
real quick.
Tunde.
And, you know, you see tracks like Jules come out, like, you recently dropped, and it's you,
Shout out
Tunde, and
12.
12, you know, and that shit is just a dope ass track. And it's like, that's where that unity is, because it's like, you could tell there's like no egos amongst y'all. Like,
Mhm.
even though like 12 is doing extremely well right now, like, you know, like,
Mhm.
Think the Gang obviously was a hit in 2019.
Yes.
He got some bangers that are probably about to drop throughout 2020, I'm sure.
Of course.
And he doesn't allow that to, like, you know, make him feel like he's bigger than y'all. Like, he still tries to, like, bring y'all to his platform. Like, he tries to give you, you know, that little alley-oop, because if I'm sure y'all got into the same spot, you'd be doing the same for, you know, him, and vice versa.
Definitely. And that's another thing. Like, that's a big shout out to 12, just because, you know, in this music shit, I'll just say, like, you know, not even searching for mentors, but for someone to reach out and give you guidance, you feel me? I feel like that's big. And 12 does a lot of, like, you know, he always want to make sure that I'm very punctual with, like, the stuff that I'm dropping, you feel me? Making sure it makes sense, you know? So, like, kudos to him for always, like, you know, being there for, like, being that ear, you know? Being that he's, like, well-versed in the game, been around for a minute. So it's like, he knows, you feel me? He's an OG in himself, you feel me? And, like, he always, like, try to curate stuff that's gonna, like, help us benefit, you know? He always have our best interests in heart. Like, that's something that's, like, that shouldn't be unnoticed, you feel me? I feel like he does that a lot, in a sense, for the culture of, like, you know, Miami music in general, you feel me? I think he does a lot for it.
He does a lot of shit low key, because like, I even know, like, I'm cool with like Drew Swayze. Like, yo, him and Drew Swayze, like, he's definitely like kept an eye on him, and like tried like giving him like some guidance.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not as
Shout out Drew too. Shout out Drew.
Shout out Swayze. I hope he's tuning on in, but I'm sure he's gonna catch it regardless.
my
He usually
nigga.
does after the fact anyway. But yeah, shout out Swayze, shout out 12, man, because like, it's just shit like that that really gives me hope for South Florida. Like, I feel like, you know, between like 2010 and 2019, like, just music in general, like, we were learning so much, and we were kind of talking about that in the car.
Yeah.
You know, is that like there was so much like structure that was just freshly in the pavement, and like the cement was just still wet, and people were still like making their molds within the game. And let's bring it on up to like your inspiration. So first off, let's ask, like, when did you start like realizing music was like your passion, or like when did you realize like, you know, like, I got something going here?
I felt like music was not necessarily a passion for me at an early age in my life. Like, through elementary school, like, you know, I started like learning, like, you know, the basics of just like rapping. Middle school started, you know, getting better. In ninth grade, I started watching, like, you know, YouTube videos. It was one day, like, I watched all Kanye videos, and, like, I don't know, something struck just to, you know, get better, you know, just like in a sense of like compete with who's out.
You like saw the passion he was, you know, putting into it. I
Definitely.
feel you on that, because I seen like a few of his videos. There's one of him and Adam Levine when they were making what's it called? Heard Him Say.
Yeah.
And it was like them and the orchestra and all this shit. And it was just like,
that's
yo,
fine.
like that was like one thing that like always resonated with me. And then the video of him and Hove making Lucifer. Like, yo, like those are like two videos
Diamonds,
like you see the passion in it, bro.
Biggs Brothers, like it was like it was a lot of his like early work, just because like I saw like I just saw how he was like, you know, giving everything out to everybody. It was like it was what, as you said earlier, a lot of passion. You know, he was just like I remember when I actually saw the first Through the Wire. Like when I first saw Through the Wire for the first time, the video. And then, you know, I drank a mousse for breakfast, an insert for dessert. Somebody ordered pancakes. I just sipped the scissor.
Yep.
That right there could drive a sane man berserk. Not to worry, I don't remember the rest of the line, but I'm like,
Mr. H Izzle's back to Wizard, something like
you
that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And when I saw the video of his jaw wired shut, and then I was just seeing how he was rapping, what I did that same day was like I had a notebook of like it was a small notebook that I used to put raps in. What I did, I took the same beat and like I was just like trying to mimic his words, like his cadence, you feel me?
Yeah.
And just trying to see
That's a great word, bro. I love that word.
Just like how could I could just like imitate his stuff, but it's like that's what started off the basis. And then when I got out of high school, I was like, damn, I can't be what my mom want me to be, because like my grades aren't adding up. Like she wanted me to be a lawyer. And by the time I got out of high school, I was really good at rapping. So I was like, I might as well, you feel me? Because it's like, this is the only thing I'm really good at, you feel me? I kept it consistent for this long. And then from there, I shot a freestyle video, and the rest was history.
And was it Through the Wire?
Nah, it was actually from a Tina Marie sample, Out on a Limb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta check that out. Maybe is it still out there somewhere?
Yeah, it's still here.
So one thing I like that you brought up, bro, and I said it a little bit already, cadence, right?
Yeah.
When Tunde was here, he said he's all about pronunciation, right? You come in here, you say cadence. Those are two things that are so key in music. And it's like how you said you perfected your own craft, right? Like you like molded yourself after something you watched because you saw the passion in it and you felt that within yourself, and you're like, all right, if I could put that same kind of passion into this track, like I could do it almost anywhere. And that's a really dope thing to think about. And that's why like I just fuck with this whole new way between like you, Tunde, like 12, like that whole clique that's going on right there. That shit's really like, that's gonna be like a little movement right there. Hopefully more come aboard on that shit, because it's just gonna be like a freight train. But right, we were talking about like how 2010 and like through 2019 there were a lot of like different things to mold yourself from. So we're going to the gas station, we're getting some grab. I walk out, what you doing? Yo, you're singing your heart out to some old school whiz, bro. And I'm just like, yo, like that's it. I realized like, yo, all right, this is my guy now. Like that's it. Like, this is my dude right here. And like, shout out my boys Luke, shout out my boys Chris. They remember the days we used to drive around to just like straight up old school whiz, just literally like bumping that shit. So you were telling me Wiz was like an inspiration. Who else do you feel like was like an inspiration? So we know Kanye too, obviously.
It was a lot of people like Kanye, Big Sean, Wiz, Currency, Travis, ASAP, Kid Cudi, the list goes on. I get influences from like countless artists. Like a lot of people that knows me knows that like I create these playlists. And when I create these playlists, like I usually take out like the best singles, you feel me, or like specific tracks that like I know would just like catch the viewer's attention. And I feel like early 2009 from like, you know, 2013, I'll say it ended at 2013. That was a certain era for music, you know.
Yeah.
And then from 2014 on to 2020, I feel like that's a whole different area of music.
It felt like switches just were flipping between it all.
Yes, definitely. I think like the 2009 to the 2013, I think that was more of like, you know, we were saying in the whip, like more of the backpack type of like, you know, snapbacks and just like
the swag era.
Yeah, like freshman.
That's really what it was. That swag era.
Yeah, that's swag.
Camo shorts, the Chuck Taylors because of Wiz. Snapbacks were hot, man. I remember everybody loved them shits. I mean, geez, that was the time though, like for real. And like sometimes I'd be finding myself rocking my, my high Nike socks, my camo shorts,
Hey,
just cause
sometimes
that's
you
some
gotta
Miami
bust 'em
shit
out.
too, like some South Florida shit.
In Miami, man, people wear cargos with everything, man.
Yep, with the white Nike socks and the white Air Forces, just killing it. That's a
Mhm.
wild time, but I kind of want to take it back to, some of your older stuff. Now, before I ask, before we start, I wanted to ask, how old are you, bro?
I'm 24.
You're 24. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I fuck with it, man. You really got something going for you with your mindset. But we're gonna bump this K Charles real quick. I'm gonna take it on back to, I believe this was 2017, right? I'm gonna start this off with UFO by K Charles.
No, UFO.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Because hearing your inspirations, bro, I gotta let the people hear this. So here we go. This is UFO by K Charles. Y'all tune on in. Oh, I gotta connect to the Bluetooth. Hold up.
We vibing. You already know live what's popping, man. We here, man.
Here we go. So this is UFO by K Charles.
Okay, I'm in the headphones. Oh, this shit crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, Lord. You can hear Allah? Oh, nigga. Huh? Oh, yeah, no, it's not. Okay.
Back, Cadillac rebel when a nigga get back, that power when it's been no game no more. I just wanna keep moving, cause my last batch real whack, haven't had a real track, damn, and it's been some minutes. She be getting loose when she be gone up off the end, so whoa, I need paper on my side. Only thing I own is that Ferrari just to drive. Do away my car, that bitch is always wasting time. Blaming me for everything, I seen it in her. That old fix. Can't believe they hate on him when he was in the mix. Juice the 7-Eleven, drop the diamonds on the ring. Only thing he ever wanted was some diamonds on the ring. Cause I need all wheels, body in my spaceship, heading to the moon. Like, you gon' get my old vibes, baby, this a new. Why you don't wanna hold me down on in the moonlight? I need space. I'm on the way when I need things. I need things. She's a loose kind and damage everything that's in my street. Can't believe she used to talk before she heard a nigga street. I was down all on my knees, pray to the Lord for a couple weeks. Can't lose my head, I need my brain. My struggle keep me sane. 2 hits to the Mary Jane. I hop in the whip, I'll take the pain. Living my life and I can't complain. The sky no come much thriller. You hustle, your Margillas. You stack up all your digits. Put trust in all your niggas and never fall for these bitches. This that, oh things. This that, oh me. This that, new things. This that, oh dream. I'm on that edge. I need my meds. I can't. Cause I need all wheels, body in my spaceship, heading to the moon. Like, you gon' get my old vibes, baby, this a new. Why you don't wanna hold me down on in the moonlight? I need space, I run away when I need things. I need things.
We back.
Oh, yeah, we back.
We back. And
We
y'all
back,
couldn't hear it,
y'all.
but what a story you were telling, man. Tell them what happened to you last night, bro.
Oh, last night I got locked in the studio, man. I got locked in the studio.
And he don't
last
even
night.
mean that like in a sense like I'm locking myself in the studio. I'm gonna start
Nah.
working. Like, nah, he was working, but
I was trapped.
that boy was trapped in the studio. He said padlocked in and everything.
What?
Shout out Rico. I don't know you, Rico, but yo, shout out to
Shout
you for
out
saving this man.
Rico!
Right? Shit. But we live on K Charles IG. I know we live on my IG right now on the Emano Talk IG.
Mono talk.
Yo, shout out to you, bro. This shit is dope, man. But we were talking about K Charles's inspirations. before we played the track. The track was called, what was it one more time?
UFO.
UFO. There we go. Back from 2017, right? And you were telling me how around like 2010 to 2014, like your influences were on like Wiz and Kid Cudi and like Spitta and all that. And you could kind of hear that on that track. Like you could hear the early glimpses in that about like the sound you were trying to form. Because like one thing I was even telling you in the car, bro, is like, once you said that, it clicked that like where your inspirations came from. It wasn't just like, you know, you were trying to like be melodic because that's like something that's more popular now. Like it was more so like along the lines like, this is actually what I enjoy and I know how to do it well. And that track like just really like, you know, was an example of that. It was perfect to see, bro, and I fuck with that.
Definitely. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Hold up, boy. Cause
Oh yeah, man. Make the mic comfy. Make the mic comfy. You gotta roll, bro. You do your thing. All right.
Nah, I feel that like, as far as like music, man, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's real tough talking about it sometimes just because it's like I'm a very simple individual and like me explaining myself, I be feeling like I be rambling on, you feel me?
Because you want people to like be like, oh wow, like this is so like crazy, like what he's trying to explain. Like people get so impressed by like, you know, the craziest things. Like it's just like if someone says a big word or they just make it sound smart and they don't even know that shit, it's like, yo, that's so stupid. But it's like people lose the idea that simplicity is key, bro. It's all about having fun, especially with music.
It's, to be honest, it's about vibing.
Yeah.
People, you know, a lot of people ask me questions like, how do you make this? How do you make that? How do you create the name of this? I'm like, bro, to be honest, I just be chilling and just absolutely just trying to curate the best art that I can, like, you know, bring out for myself.
Yeah.
You know, I usually don't even send tracks to like people, you know. I usually don't even give out my music, you know. The only time you'll catch listening to an unreleased song for me is like if you like in the car with me or just like, you know, at the studio at that time, just because like I really don't like to push my art in people's faces, you know. If they want to gravitate towards it, they can, you know. And a lot of people, they ask me, yo, can I get this track? Can I get this track? Sometimes I give them, sometimes I don't, just because it's just like, you know, I don't want to rob them of the experience, because when the whole thing comes out, like as a full body of work, that's when you really get to enjoy it for what it is, you know, because that's when it unlocks its real potential. So I try to take away, you know, that element of them not having that surprise. So I always try to give them like a birthday present whenever I drop, you know?
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah, because I was noticing like you haven't dropped a project in a little minute.
Yeah.
And it, like, are you trying to work on a project, or you just trying to like formulate the proper plan?
To be honest, I got like probably like 10 projects already done. I'm planning and I'm aiming to drop a mixtape by the end of the next couple months. Far as a project like a album, I've been working on this. I've been working on my actual album for about like a year and a half now. And then like the mixtape is going to be something that's going to be dropping soon. I've been recording like crazy. So the music is here, and it's crazy because like, you know, I dropped like probably like last year, 2018, I probably dropped like singles, probably like 2-3 singles. But like I had mad features, you know, because I think like as long as you keep on working with other individuals, you stay relevant. But I haven't dropped a project since 2017, so it's been about 3 years now. But people still fucking with the kids, so.
And some of your features are pretty dope, bro. Because I already know about. I think it's it's not Black and Salmon with Prez. What's the name of the track? Ayo, what happened? That's what it's called. Yeah.
Ayo,
what happened? Shout out Prez.
Shout out Prez.
You got features with Splash Zanati. Shout out Splash Zanati.
Hey, shout out my nigga Splash.
He's been killing it, bro.
I fuck with my nigga Splash.
Honestly, I like he caught me by surprise when I first heard about him. Like I underestimated him, but he's really been making moves. That man's a hustler for real.
He got a song. Oh shit. Jump out the phone, hop on the
Yeah.
jump first, that's when I hop in the room. They gonna attack when I'm on the shoes. They gonna attack when I'm on the shoes. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's called Frequency. I gotta check my socks, but that's my nigga. He go hard.
Yeah, man, he really got some bangers on his hand. He's been doing some things. And he's on Rolling Loud 2 again this year, right?
Me and my nigga finna turn up.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, shout out all them. And then I even heard a track that you had with I don't even know how to fully say his artist name, but Jara.
That's
Yo, Ja
that's
is
a
really
nigga that,
dope.
I ain't gonna lie, that's shout out Ja. That's a nigga that actually put me on. You feel me?
Yo, Ja is honestly really fucking dope. He's somebody that people sleep on out here.
OG.
Yeah, that man really got like some crazy sounds going for him. But yeah, man, like even with the features, like it still feels like you're like filling out the space properly because it's like there's no missed like hits with you at this point. Like it feels like you're really calculating these moves and like you're executing them properly. And just like it's like what's stopping you at this point? And it's like I can't wait for that project. And I feel like it's you worked it into like the proper advantage for you because like a lot of artists like drop so consistently that people anticipate consistency. And it's like it's not bad to consistently drop music, but then it's also like, well, what if you want to like really like thoroughly work on a project? You're kind of gonna like almost like lose the fans' faith in you because they expect you to be like dropping once a month. They expect you to be dropping, once every other month. But it's like with you, it's like, yo, you really spaced out these features and these tracks that have been dropping the singles. And it's like you properly like work the fans to your, not like work them, but like, like they're anticipating you properly because it's like, all right, he's working at his pace. Whenever he drops, like that shit's gonna be fire.
That's how it worked out. You feel me? Like, blessings on blessings that, me and my niggas made it this far. You feel me? Like, that's one thing I really appreciate. Like, us going through this journey and just, like, still keeping it consistent. I feel like I'm going to give the people what they want, when it comes to the music, as far as if they want a project or if they want, like, a couple more singles or even visuals. And it's just, like, I'm just going to push it to the limit this year. Like, to the point that I'm gonna work my hardest, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna work the hardest. I'm gonna work my hardest in order to like, execute.
Yeah. I feel like when you say like working the hardest, like it's almost like competition. It's like competition's healthy, but it's also in what, perception of the competition. It's like, that's dope that you said I'm gonna work my hardest because at the same time, it's like we could all eat. That's the beauty of today's musical market is that, yo, we can all eat. We could all live comfortably. Like nobody's got to go after each other. And I want to one more time shout out like rest in peace Pop Smoke because it's just like one of those things that it's like, yo, that whole jealousy thing, y'all, that's out the fucking window come 2020, man. 2020 is all about the shit that we can manifest for ourselves, and that starts off when we could come together and just work together because everybody can eat.
Definitely.
There's plenty of money for all of us. We see these greedy billionaires, right?
Yeah.
But we could take it for ourselves.
It's a lot of bread out here, you feel me? It's always been bread out here, you feel me? It's just like the only thing that's fucking us up is like bread is coming from like, not so many outlets,
Yeah.
So it's like it's not a lot of, I won't say it's not a lot of options. You don't got too much choices, you feel me? So it's like I understand from both spectrum, from like the person that's envious and also the person that's getting envied,
Yeah.
So it's like, is that us as individuals, for the next generation or just people that's coming up, we have to make the sacrifice and give them more outlets, We have to, like, put ourselves in positions to, like, give them the choice to, like, do something different. Because a lot of people don't have that much options, you feel me? So it's like they do what that in their first nature.
It's survival. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like I understand where that comes from, but it's also at the same time, like, I feel like now it's time for us to really, like, step up and make those people realize that, like, we could have survival without harming one another. And we're at a time where we all need each other almost more than ever because obviously this country like alone is like just in a crazy spot. And seeing shit like that happens to Pop Smoke is really like...
That shit buzzing.
Yo, that shit's wild as fuck,
man. He was going to be something big.
And they didn't even take nothing. Like this man just got shot and like that's it. And it's like, yo, that's like some shit that we don't even need, especially after what happened to Nipsey even. It's like, yo, like back to back, like around the same times of the year. And it's like, this is the shit that has to happen. Like why are we even going through these things so often? Like we really got to come together and be better. Like, and I think it just starts with that whole mindset, man. It's just like, I don't have to work the hardest, but I could work as hard as like I know I'm capable of doing and just continuously grow that aspect for myself.
No, that's real. That's real. I feel like the world crazy, it's always been crazy. Now it's just like, we're older, so like we peep all the crazy stuff, you feel me, even more, but it's just time for us to make a change, like start off with just like the vibes we're giving off, you feel me, like the stuff we say unintentionally, and just like, just try to like really have the best interest for one another, That's what I say.
So how about this? I just thought of this question on the spot, right? it's starting to get a little political, right? We already see like all the Democrats and stuff having their debates and all that stuff. If K. Charles was running for president, what would his slogan be to the people right now?
Oh Lord, the slogan. If I was running for
K. Charles 2020 slogan.
Damn. What's my slogan for? Wait, hold up. My slogan would be just vibe.
Just vibe.
Just vibe.
Just vibe. That's it.
Just
K.
vibe.
Charles 2020. Just vibe.
K. Charles.
Vote for
2020.
K. Charles, y'all. Vote for K. Charles, man. I'm telling y'all now, y'all better vote for K. Charles. But we're going to turn it up with another track real quick. I'm going to just hit him with the new one, right? They may as well hear that shit. We got this new 12-link K. Charles and Tunde. It's called Jules. Y'all check it out.
Chopper fresh off the tree trunk. The way these diamonds cut my neck, that's why they bleed. My bitch a one-on-one piece. 1800, you ain't never seen them. 50 carats, one-on-one jeans. I might took the deal and now I'm rich. Really drop and split that with my clique. If she can't afford it, she ain't shit. Diamonds I possess it, but we hardly get to keep. I know she probably leave me if I never get my read. Up and down for way too long, so when I'm on, ain't no leasing. We the owners of the enterprise. Jules sing a tune, carrots gotta let her buy. I bought a cruise just so I could see the eyes. I think they acting rude, the bag got petrified. And I just gotta hold my own, on the throne. I kept this shit on acid, this bitch is on some acid. She jumping in gymnastic, that shit just coming plastic. Swipe, swipe, that's on swipe, swipe, yeah. Swipe, swipe, that's on swipe, swipe, yeah. Chopper fresh off the tree trunk. The way these diamonds cut my neck, that's why they bleed. My bitch a one-on-one piece. 1800, you ain't never seen them. 50 carats, one-on-one jeans. I might took the deal and now I'm rich. Really drop and split that with my clique. If she can't afford it, she ain't shit. Diva, little baby, my Aaliyah. She's a teaser, my brim low like a reaper. Have you seen a top bitch? Introduce you to my eater. This ain't a cockpit, but it's up there if you speak up. Only white gold, put 1,000 on my Tifa. Smoking hydro, put some grabber in my reefer. This ain't Geico, but we got you if you need us. That ain't my hoe, but she think as fuck I need her. I swear it's common sense, I come through with some confidence. Come through your avenue, I rush it in my Providence. Make some money and make some music, fuck the politics. I swear he broke as fuck, he down, he can't be arguing. Chopper fresh off the tree trunk. The way these diamonds cut my neck, that's why they bleed. My bitch a one-on-one piece. 1800, you ain't never seen them. 50 carats, one-on-one jeans. I might took the deal and now I'm rich. Really drop and split that with my clique. If she can't afford it,
That's
she
that
ain't
Jules,
shit.
that 12-lin, that K. Charles, that Tunde.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's the hardest South Florida track out right now.
Hey, no cop.
If y'all ain't hear that shit, y'all gotta tune in. And if y'all just tuned in, actually, let me reintroduce you to myself. I am Emano. I am your host. Welcome to Emano Talk. I got my boy K. Charles, KC, up in the building right now.
I'm in a bitty.
Yo, this shit's been lit so far, man. This boy been chilling here, rolling up. We were just talking about how he was locked out the studio, how he found his inspiration through, around 2009, 2014, around that era. Yo, y'all got to tune on in, man. This shit has been a dope-ass conversation. I bet y'all finding out things you ain't even know just yet. Yeah. But let's keep doing a little digging, right? So, shit, where can we pick up from here? I mean, like, how I'm looking at it is like, when I'm listening to your music, bro, it just feels like some shit that's like not intergalactic, but like out of this world type shit. Like, right? Yeah. Cudi had intergalactic, so I don't even want to say that. But like, yo, your shit be sounding like real, like ultrasonic. Yeah. Like some real, like, just like as if like you broke the speed of sound type shit, man. I be fucking with it. I don't know, man. It's dope. But one thing I want to ask you, yo, do you actually know how to sing? Like, did you know how to sing like previously, or you just started like fucking with your voice and like making sure it started to like sound the way you wanted to?
When I was a kid, I actually wanted to try out for the choir, like not choir but chorus.
Yeah.
In elementary school, cause I could have sung, But like by the time like what it was like 3rd, 4th grade, my shit cracked because you know puberty and shit like that. My
Yeah.
voice got deep. So like whenever like I'll try to sing, it'll like I won't hit them notes. You feel me? So what I did when I started recording with Hayes, that's my engineer.
Yeah, I know
now.
Hayes. Shout out. We were
Yeah,
talking about
shout
him when
out
Tunde
Hayes.
was here.
Oh yeah, Hayes. I ain't gonna lie, Hayes is the GOAT, man. Hayes is the GOAT. His music is fire, by the way. Like
I didn't even know he'd be making music. I
Yeah,
just know he's a fire ass engineer.
Yo, he does it all. Like the nigga is like he's GOAT status. You feel me? But I always told him like, yo, Hayes, I ain't gonna lie, I drop this rap shit if I could learn how to sing right now. You feel me? If I could be a singer, like Adele, like all that shit, I'll be a singer first before that.
Bro,
rap
you
is
don't
done.
got a bad voice at all. When you were singing the Wiz, even I was just like, oh shit, like he actually really like be vocalizing out here.
Nah, but I use like a cheat code. You feel me? So like the way I'll sing is like, you know, I used to watch a lot of movies. You feel me? So what I'll do is like I can mimic voices.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is like I'll mimic a certain like type of voice, and then it'll make a certain sound, and then I'll just like before that sound go flat, I switch the note. You feel me? So I could do something. I'll do like I'm in the cut in the back of the hot 80s, going and win the world, gonna take it in every single form, gonna break it. So before I could drop down and my voice would crack, I'll switch it.
Yeah.
Just so it'll be like a different flow, a different thing. So, and after that, I don't know. I want to get vocal lessons where I could actually like break a fucking glass with my voice. You feel me? I'll be like, oh,
Yeah,
bam.
That would be some wild ass shit.
That'd be crazy,
when
right?
that happens, you gotta make the YouTube
What?
video for that
Man,
shit.
I'm pulling up to every little like wedding at the end of the wedding. You know when they do the toast, they're gonna be like toast, and I'm gonna just like put my voice out, oh, and walk out. You
Yeah,
know?
just shatter everybody's shit.
What?
Oh man, I could fuck with it though, bro. Because like I could see like you know like you see a lot of artists that like they vocalize and it's just because like you know like they just see another artist do it and they just like know that like that's the hot shit right now. I got to do it. But it's like when I heard you like outside of the car actually just like you know singing because you actually enjoy the music, bro. It was just another thing that was like all right, he is really not doing this just to like fuck around. It really seems like a passion, bro. And it's like I feel like you see the passion when it's like you're able to like just dig back out of nowhere and just like start singing like you know that old school Wiz. Like you said it, deal or no deal, all that stuff.
No
like,
deal or no deal.
yeah, that shit's so hard.
Champagne.
Hey man, but it's lit. I could fuck with it. If you could have any singer on a track with you, or if you could sing like anybody in general, who would it be for you? Like, who was a singer that was just like, yo, like, they just ring in my mind? Like, yo, I'll tell you one for me, right? A singer that I always thought was a phenomenal singer, Brandon Boyd of Incubus. Always been, like, a guy where I heard him sing, and it was just one of those things that was like, yo, like, if I could sing, like, that's how I'd want to be singing. Yeah.
Shit. It's a couple, bro. It's a couple people that got that voice, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie, Miguel got that voice.
Miguel got a dope-ass voice.
Majid Jordan. I'm trying to think. Sanfa go hard.
Yo,
so.
Sampa's hard. I fuck with Sampa a lot.
And then that dude, on Travis Scott new shit.
Don Toliver.
Nah, not
No,
Don,
not
the
Don
other-
Toliver?
The guy that in it hold her.
I gotta see who that is.
What's that? Stop trying to be God.
Oh,
He at the end.
I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about now. Okay, I was
Hey,
wondering.
let's look on the line. What's his name? Y'all know?
Yo, someone let us
Let
know.
us know. What's his name? The
Who
guy on shit. What's that shit called again? Goddamn, motherfucking Stop trying to be God.
Yeah, stop trying to be God off of Astro World.
That's like it was the white dude. He was like, I forgot David. I don't know Blaine. Not David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Nah, that's a
the magician.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, singing like David Blaine.
Yo, that's just wild, man. Oh man, but let's say we could give them one more. What would be a track that you would want to give the people?
You gotta give him that Georgetown, man.
That Georgetown. Okay, let's pull up that Georgetown. That's on Apple Music, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are. All right, pulling it up now. Okay, Charles Georgetown. Here we go. That's featuring SK. Shout out SK.
Shout out SK.
That boy tuned in, showing mad love on the IG.
That's my nigga.
Here we go. This is Georgetown featuring SK by K Charles.
Why is shit so flimsy? Hold up.
Oh, no. We're going to get that fixed while this plays, but y'all enjoy.
786. I'm so high right now. I'm faded. Does anybody have the code for the Wi-Fi?
Two cups got me too wild. Sip the Henny and might slow down. Forget I'm hurting when I power with. Mine on the water, keep going. That's whatever sauce. Dipped up in that water, that's that new Lacoste. I'm with a brand new bitch and she rock all Chanel. I'm chasing after paper, but she fine as hell. You stay, I'm going. My heart too cold, you stolen. My dreams are way too strong. This drink just got me going. That's whatever sauce. Dripped up in that water, that's that new Lacoste. I'm with a brand new bitch and she rock all Chanel. I'm chasing after paper, but she fine as hell. Always got a call, but I don't collect. Chasing after yachts and some bigger jets. She say you always riding and you taking off. One day you probably hit the rockets and you touching Mars. Flexing in the summer, saucing in July. Got a couple wings, learning how to fly. So keep going up. Never stop, they controlling you. That's whatever sauce. Dripped up in that water, that's that new Lacoste. I'm with a brand new bitch and she rock all Chanel. I'm chasing after paper, but she fine as hell. You stay, I'm going. My heart too cold, you stolen. My dreams are way too strong. This drink just got me going. I got some niggas that be posted on them boulevards. My time is money, baby, Rolex, please don't take me off. We smoking blunts, biggest Pluto, then we ash on Mars. Been broke before, I took a break, now bitch, I'm ballin' hard. Randy Moss, RIP, my dog, I double cross. Want me to fall, these niggas wanna see me lost. First I peeped the jealousy, then we cut them off. First I need 100 G's, then 100 more. We was wavy in the seas, now we on the shore.
786.
Young nigga saucin'. Second flight, second trips, Cali, Austin. That's whatever sauce. Dripped up in that water, that's that new Lacoste. I'm with a brand new bitch and she rock all Chanel. I'm chasing after paper, but she fine as hell. You stay, I'm going. My heart too cold, you stolen. My dreams are way too strong. This drink just got me going.
We back. We're gonna talk a little more about that after though. But yo, I hope y'all enjoyed that. That's Georgetown by K Charles, and we got SK, who was the feature on that track. If y'all fuck with that, I'm coming back on IG right now. Checking the connection. We're going back live. Yeah, we back, bro. We back.
Oh, we back.
We back. All right. But yo, man, this shit has been real dope. Who the hell said it's James Blake? What the fuck?
It is
People.
James Blake. It's James Blake.
Oh, that's who it is. Okay, all right. That's who's on the track with him. All right, on the Travis track. I thought someone was trying to like come at me. I was like, damn. All right, but James Blake. Shit, shout out you, Gio. Long time no see, man. I hope all's well. But yo, if y'all just tuning on in, welcome to Emano Talk. It's a beautiful ass Sunday. We got K Charles in the building. We're just bumping some of his music from 2018. We had some from 2017. We played some from 2020. Yo, it's just been going crazy for you, bro. It's just been wild, man. Like, what do you believe is next for K Charles as far as growth and like everything that's been going on? I feel like you've been killing it with this momentum that's coming your way.
World domination.
Yeah.
What
What are we gonna do today, Brain? We do every day, Pinky.
Hey, that was my shit. But shit. Right now, it's a lot of things that I have to do. Like, far as when it comes to just like putting in work. I still feel like I gotta go way harder. It's a lot of things me and my camp been working on. As far as our brand, 786. We're dropping our collection 786 forever. Shout out to the camp. A lot of things we doing. We just we're opening up a new studio called 5 Studios.
Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna be something big. The whole team's just working. So I think my next plan of action is just go ham. Just take it to a level you never took it before. I've worked hard in the past, but I feel like I could could get to a point of like something that I never seen before. So
It's not even anything you even could probably vision yet. That's the craziest part about this whole journey is like when you hit heights that you knew were coming, but you couldn't even envision it. Like, that's how wild it is.
that shit is still like mind boggling. Like for me, just being here, cause like I was literally a kid in high school, just like thinking like, yo, what the fuck I'm gonna do? You feel me? Like what is my life? You know? So when I'm here and I'm going through all these things and I'm going through the motion and stuff like that, you know, sometimes I sit back and think like, yo, I actually made it somewhere. I actually made it far somewhere. You feel me? But I can't stop here because I'm just only like in a minuscule state. I gotta keep on going ham.
Yeah, it's just small picture right now, and I feel you on that, man. When I was in high school, right, I started playing guitar, and I was in bands. I was having a lot of fun with it, and that's what I wanted to do. But my mom wanted me to get into like the medical field and all this stuff. So I felt you when you were like telling me about the whole lawyer thing and all that. And it's like a lot of high school kids go through that, man. They got passions, but you know they also try to think in reality. Yeah. It's like people lose sight of what reality actually is. Reality is what you make it.
Definitely.
Literally, it's like
I'm gonna tweet that.
Yo, reality is literally what you make it, y'all. I'm telling you, like, if anybody could do it, it's you. No lie. And it's like, one thing I would want to ask you is if you could just talk to that high school kid, what would you be telling them?
I say don't start later, start now.
Yeah, I feel that.
Don't start later, just start now. Whatever you think is important is not important. Whatever you think that, you know, if you think you're smart, you're not smart. If you think you know everything, you don't know everything. Because it's like, you know, I meet people younger than me, older than me, same ages as me. Like, they teach me so much. It's just because of the simple fact that I get out my comfort zone a lot, you know. I always, like, push the bar. I always try to, like, put myself in a realm. I always try to adapt, you know.
Yeah.
I place myself in not uncomfortable positions, but positions that normal individuals will feel like, you know, they'll feel like weary about. I place myself in these places just so I could adapt, so I could.
You get that comfort level.
Yeah.
Yo, I be telling people you gotta be uncomfortable to get comfortable because the only way you grow is if you're uncomfortable with something first. And one time for Kobe, real quick, because you would always hear about him like going to the gym and shooting, you know, 500 shots before every single
Kobe.
game. And it's like one thing I feel that you just basically said is you gotta live life every day like it's a blank canvas. There's always gonna be something you could learn. Always be something new you could try.
Definitely.
There's always, you know, a new perspective on everyday life. And literally, like, it's just wild because, like, life just continues. And, like, that's one of the craziest aspects when we look back on, like, Kobe is like, yo, like, that really taught people, like, yo, like, just don't stop today. Because imagine he didn't go take those 500 shots before every single game.
He wouldn't be Kobe.
Imagine he only shot 100. Maybe he didn't even shoot at all, right? Would he have 5 rings? Would he be an MVP? Would he be the legend? Like, let's think about it, right? Would he have a shoe deal, all that stuff? It's like, yo, you could live every life like it's a blank canvas, and you could just make something out of every day. And people try to make something out of their lives. Yo, no, make something out of every day. If you could build 1,000 great days, you're doing 1,000 great things. You do 1,000 great things, you become one great being. Like, that's just how I look at that kind of shit.
That's real. I respect it, because it's like you can't really, like, you feel me? You can't half step. If you're trying to play with the ballers, you can't half step.
Not at all, man. Especially if you want to play with the big ones.
You're trying to play with the big boys.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of head honchos out there that you're gonna have to conquer, especially in this music business, but in life in general. Always gonna be those obstacles. Don't stray away from it, man. Just run right through that bullshit.
Yeah. Can't let these niggas take you off your pivot.
K Charles 2020. Just vibe.
Just vibe.
Just vibe 2020.
Just vibe.
Just
Shout
vibe
out to Vibe
2020.
Papers. Shout out to Vibe Papers. Shout out to Young Money. You feel me? Shout out ABZ. Shout out Coach Diddy.
2020. K Charles. Just vibe.
Just vibe.
Y'all cast your votes. You can actually fill it in on the ballot. There's actually a blank spot. I actually put Dwayne Johnson on the last ballot. I'm sorry. Because I didn't fuck with Trump. I didn't fuck with anything going on. So I was like, Dwayne Johnson, I love wrestling, bro. So shout out The Rock. The Rock will be a great president. He's doing great things for people every day. Try to change my mind on that.
I just peed.
Yeah, I got Goldberg right here, bro. I got all the wrestling Funkos right here. I gotta show the camera to people, like, you know, all the Funkos one day. But one day I'm gonna go over there. I think I'm just gonna make like a little bonus video for y'all to see all my Funkos one day. I got a crazy collection. See, I even got like this wrestling bottle of champagne. Chris Jericho, he went to this new company.
I remember Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho has his own champagne because of the fact that he won the title, and then he like shouted out like the phrase "a little bit of the bubbly," and then Chris Jericho champagne on deck.
All right.
I'm sorry, man. I'll keep saying this. If you a wrestling fan and you tune into my show,
You know what this?
you may not be a bigger wrestling fan than me, but
Hey.
we'll see. We could talk about it.
You go to a girl crib. You be like, girl, I got some Chris Jericho champagne.
She's like, who's that?
She be like, nah. She gonna be like, what it tastes like? The walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
Head ass, boy. I'm finna get your ass, boy.
Tastes like you just got put in a submission. Sheesh. Yeah, but shout out The Rock. I really thought he would have made a great president, but you know how it is. I mean, if Trump can win presidency, then I think The Rock can win presidency.
Hell yeah. I fought with The Rock.
But as far as we know, we've owned K. Charles 2020. Just vibe, y'all.
Just vibe.
Yo,
2020, just
let the people know what it's all about, bro. Social media is all that. We're probably gonna look to wrap these up because I see you already wrapped these up.
Oh yeah,
We got business to handle.
Yeah, we got business. What I'm finna say, you can find me every streaming platform. K Charles, IG K Charles 786.
K. Charles, real proper.
You feel me? You gotta put the dot in there. It's exclusive. Project coming soon. Catch me at Rolling Loud Portugal. You might catch me at Rolling Loud Miami too, man. So I'm finna rep for the city. Shout out 786. Shout out 4ENT. Shout out We the Wave. Shout out Emano Talk, man. Shout out Rolling Loud, man. Shout out the whole camp, man. Shout out everybody. Shout out Grabber.
Shout out South Florida.
Shout
man.
out South Florida.
Shout out the home. Yo, shout out to you, bro. Oh.
My bad.
Good thing the weed was already rolled. Yeah, but bro, shout out to you, man. Y'all go follow K Charles on all his social medias. If you didn't see it, man, y'all gotta just roll back a little bit and just watch it. It's gonna be up on YouTube shortly. But y'all know where you can find us at on social media. That's at Emano Talk, at EMANOTALK.
Shout out SK. This thing was the only
I see him, man. He's going in, man. Shout out SK for real. Shout out SK. I know he hears me, man. We're gonna link up soon, probably. But yeah, man, shout out everybody who's tuning on in, man. Much love to y'all. Peace, blessings. On Thursday, we got Hitman Fuego sliding through. And then next Sunday, 1 week from today, selection Sunday, the music submissions that I've been asking for. If y'all got music you want to send in, I will give you an honest ear. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, just send through the music. I will say, try to keep it along the lines of hip hop because I've had some people send me some crazy stuff.
For real?
Like instrumentals, like, I don't know, like I feel like it was like soundscapes and shit like that. You ever seen The Office? Yo, you know when Gabe has Andy by the toilet when Andy's throwing up the seahorses and he's just like, I know the perfect thing. And he brings in the little soundscape and he's just playing. He's like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. It was nice to hear, but it's not what I got to review.
My favorite character on that show is Creed.
Creed is the greatest fucking character on this. Yo. That's what I'm saying right there, man.
One day he came in, they was firing all the old people, and he came in with his hair jet black.
And then he came in on Halloween with the blood all over him. He's like, all right, today's Halloween. Yo, and let's never forget when they were going to get pie and they're on the road. And then he hops in the bus. He's like, hey, thanks for the lift. I'm trying to skip work. And it's the whole office. Yo, shout out Creed. Shout out The Office. Shout out K. Charles. Shout out everybody tuning on in. We got Hitman Fuego Thursday. Next Sunday, Selection Sunday. Y'all send through your music. I got you on the ear. Make sure y'all send that through as soon as possible. We got a lot of submissions. I got a submission from Nigeria. Yeah, man, that shit really means the
Shout
world.
out Nigeria,
we got the
man.
world tuning in. Nigeria sent me music. Toronto sent me music. Australia told me they're gonna send me music, but on the last episode we found out Australia may be a hoax, so that might not even happen at all. So shout out Duddy Creep on that. Y'all can find us on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all that at Emano Talk. So make sure you subscribe, rate, and review. You can listen completely free on EmanoTalk.com and all podcast platforms. But much love, y'all. Shout out our sponsors one time too, real quick. Balt Vodka. This may actually be the last time I have to shout them out, but shout out Balt Vodka. And shout out Marie's Baked Munchies. Marie's famous key lime pies go on sale this week for pre-order. I will be with Marie herself making hand deliveries on Saturday, so you could get your exclusive preview of the key lime pies. They even got their deluxe edition. The deluxe, right? But deluxe. I feel like you get what if you know what these quotations mean, the deluxe edition. So make sure y'all get your key lime pies. It's honestly one of the best motherfucking key lime pies I've ever had in my life. It's a South Florida staple, so y'all cop that. But much love, y'all. Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out my boy K. Charles.
Yo.
We'll catch you on